Woo-hoo-hoo. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right. All right, we got a good one for you today. Good Monday game. Nice hard one. That's right. Welcome to the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I'm Master G, your host. Little Fitz is my canine companion. He's not in the room right now. I'm sure he'll make an appearance later. I left the door cracked for him, so I'm sure he'll say hello later. We got a good show for you planned today. This is the NES Happy Hour. It's our mission here on the show to play every single original Nintendo NES cartridge. We play original cartridges from my own personal collection on original hardware only. This beautiful machine you see behind me from 1985. And today's game is Solar Jetman, the hunt for the golden Warship, or Warship, depending on where you live in the world. More on that in just a minute, folks. Yeah, it's a happy hour extravaganza. This is a completely unscripted, completely live variety talk show, podcast, vodcast, game show. I don't know. It's got all the things, right? It's the NES Happy Hour after a long, hard day at the office. Putting in your time at school, wherever you may be in the world. You know, we like to take a little happy hour break. We've got original Nintendo-inspired cocktail recipes. That's right. Alcoholic cocktails, non-alcoholic mocktails, completely original recipes named in honor of the game we feature on the show. Today's no exception. We got a tasty recipes for you today. After we do our cocktail recipes, we like to look at the game manual because I don't play these games in advance, and sometimes you really need to read the manual to understand how it works. So we're going to take a look at the original game manual and the box art. I have it here. I've scanned it into the computer. We'll get to the gameplay segment. We'll fire up this game and see how hard it really is. I've been told this game's difficulty is extraordinary. So we'll see how much of this game we can get through today on the show. They don't make them like they used to, right? They don't make them like they used to. After the gameplay segment, we close every episode with a special bar trivia challenge. That's always a hit. So stay tuned until the end of the show for the bar trivia challenge. If you're tuning in live, you get to play along at home. That's right. You get to participate. We'll put the chat up above me on the screen. I'll present you with 5 multiple choice questions, A, B, C, or D. You shout out your answers, put them in the chat. See if any of you can go 5 for 5. It's a lot of fun. Let's talk about the game, Solar Jetman. Now, Solar Jetman is actually the third in the series. There were 2 games that came out before this one. The first was Jetpack. The next was Lunar Jetman. And they were early 80s, like 81, 83 maybe 83, 84, I'm not sure. But they were both originally released for the ZX Spectrum. And that's where these games live. This was the first in the Jetman franchise to make the crossover to the Nintendo Entertainment System. And it promises to be a very unique game. I don't think there are any other games on the NES that quite match the style and mechanics of this one. So I think it's completely original. I'm excited to feature it on the show. So Solar Jetman is on a one-man rescue mission to recover the most powerful spacecraft in the galaxy, the Golden Warship. But first, he must survive the 12 deadly alien worlds which hide the sabotaged vessel's parts, each with its own legion of menacing obstacles, devastating gravitational forces, vicious alien armies, paralyzing booby traps, cosmic space warps, and mysterious black holes. It's all up to Jetman's quick wits and galactic combat skills to carry him through the Herculean tasks that lie ahead. Only then can the Golden Warship continue on its original mission. Solar Jetman is a single-player game. It's easy to learn, hard to master. I love the Jetman character. I think he's cool. We'll get to more of him in the manual, but first we got to take a look at our cocktail recipes. We got to get you guys something to drink, and I got mine sitting next to me. I'm getting thirsty. So let's get right into the cocktail recipes, shall we? Our first cocktail recipe we call the Golden Warship. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Master G, you just said this game is called Solar Jetman, the hunt for the Golden Warship. And you are correct. That was the name of this game, The Hunt for the Golden Warship. However, when this game came out in Europe, in the European region for the NES, they actually had a typo in the box art. And they actually called it the Golden Warship because, you know, that kind of makes more sense, to be honest. But actually, the truth of the matter is this game is Solar Jetman, The Hunt for the Golden Warship. Ever since they spelled it wrong on the box art and called it the Golden Warship, it kind of stuck because it kind of has a better sound to it. I'm not going to lie. I always call it the Golden Warship anyway. So in honor of that legendary misspelling by our friends across the pond, we've named our alcoholic cocktail recipe for today's show the Golden Warship. Nice golden color there, you see. It starts with a shot of brandy, your favorite brandy, and then you want to add a little bit of sweet vermouth, about a half ounce of sweet vermouth. Top it all off with pineapple juice and then a couple dashes of orange bitters. Serve it all over ice. You garnish it with a nice orange wheel like I have here. And you've got yourself one delicious Golden Warship to enjoy with me on the show or wherever you are playing Solar Jetman for the NES. So cheers, folks. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. It's tasty. It's citrusy. I love that pineapple juice. As we always say here on the show, Fitz and Master G do not condone of underage drinking of any kind. So if you're not of legal drinking age, wherever you may reside, do not mix yourself up a Golden Warship. Instead, mix yourself up the Golden Peaceship. It's very similar. You probably got some cream soda lying around from last week's mocktail recipes. So this one is just like a pineapple cream soda, which honestly sounds fantastic. 2 ounces of cream soda, 4 ounces of pineapple juice, serve it all over ice, garnish it with an orange wheel, and you've got yourself one completely non-alcoholic mocktail we like to call the Golden Peaceship. You can drink your Golden Peaceship while I drink my Golden Warship here on the show. Together, we will recover all the pieces from that sabotaged vessel on today's NES Happy Hour episode. I'm lying. We never come even close to beating any of these games. We're lucky if we beat a level when we play on the show. Because Master G, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert. I'm a casual gamer, a collector. This show gives me an opportunity to actually play the games I've spent my hard-earned money collecting, and that's what this show is for me. So, give me a break. I'm not that great at most of these games, but I have fun. I have fun playing them with you on the show, and I'm glad you have fun watching too. Let's talk about our goals. We got some goals for Season 6. We became monetized between Season 5 and Season 6. That means we've got channel memberships now for the low price of only 99 cents. 99 cents a month. You can become a G Club member. You'll get a loyalty badge depending on how many months of membership you sign up for. And it'll also unlock some pretty sweet emotes you can spam in the chat there. They're a lot of fun. When we get to 5 members, we're at 2 right now. When we get to 5, I'll give you 2 more special emotes. The Fitz Game Time emote and the Master G Cheers emote. So that's what you're trying to unlock. We just need 3 more of you to sign up for a membership. It's only 99 cents. I mean, at that rate, you gotta sign up. If you love the show, 99 cents. Come on, put 99 cents in the tip jar. Get your awesome emotes. There's Mitch in the chat. If you wonder what they look like, those are the only 4 we have unlocked so far. We need 3 more. We need 3 more to get 2 more emotes in the chat. And then we'll set a new goal, and I'll think up some new perks and benefits. But I am committed to keeping our membership price low. Low barrier to entry. I love doing this show. It's not about the money for me. I wanna give you some perks for being members. So I'm going to keep the price at 99 cents and just add different perks as we go. The other goal is our subscriber goal. We are trying to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. You've heard me say it. I desperately want the t-shirt store. I'm a creative guy. I love putting together these episodes. It's been really fun to learn Streamlabs and streaming and all that stuff. I really want to share some t-shirt designs, and I really envision one day having a t-shirt to go with every single game in the NES library. Like over 800 unique t-shirt designs that you can purchase right there on the channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. Fortunately, YouTube won't even let me begin to start marketing these t-shirt designs until I have 10,000 subscribers. And we're about 8,000 subscribers away. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell them to come be a subscriber. The channel is Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, and subscribing on YouTube is completely free. All you have to do is click the subscribe button. You should see a little watermark down here somewhere. Subscribe now. You can't afford not to. It's free. And then, of course, we have the game fund. So if you do love the show, you want to contribute by way of donation, you can pop on over to our Streamlabs website. It's fitzandmasterg.com, all one word, Fitz and Master G. And from there, you can donate. You can leave a little message. It'll appear on the stream up above. All of your donations go into the game fund. They are used exclusively for purchasing the rest of the games in my collection, and I really want to play Die Hard for our Christmas episode this year. It's kind of a rare game, though. About $180 for the cartridge and the manual, and you know how I do. I always got to have both because I like to share everything about these games with you here on the show. So consider donating to the game fund if you would. All right, time for that game manual. I told you, it's my original game manual. I showed it. We're going to go through it on the screen here, see if there's any tips and tricks we need to know about this apparently extraordinarily difficult game called Solar Jetman, The Hunt for the Golden Warp Ship. Here it is. Thomas, good to see you in the chat. Got some new faces. You saw one of the advertisements. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I do tend to spend my weekends marketing videos. So I did sit down and do a lot of marketing on Saturday and Sunday to see if we can get some subscribers. And we gained a whole bunch of them. So we got some exposure. It's good to hear you enjoy the show. I appreciate you tuning in and saying that, man. All right. Let's continue. Here we go. The seal of quality. We don't need that. We got the table of contents and precautions about taking care of your game. You know, don't put it in the fire. Don't put it in the freezer. That sort of thing. There he is, the Solar Jetman. I love that little cartoon character. I can't. He should have been. He should have been a bigger part of the Nintendo story because I think he's ridiculous. This little cartoon spaceman here with the big chin. The Golden Warship. It was once the most powerful spacecraft in the galactic fleet, but then alien space pirates shipnapped it on its last mission. Now it's disassembled and hidden throughout a bunch of planetary systems in the galaxy. Solar Jetman, our hero, he's the only hope. But it's no easy task. You must search through 12 menacing alien worlds, find savage alien armies, black holes, gravitational forces, warp zones, deadly booby traps, and then pick up all the pieces to the warp ship, reconstruct it, and forge ahead to meet the final challenge. That's the premise for the game. It sounds easy, right? This game, if you're wondering, if you've ever played a little game from the arcade Atari era called Asteroids, the game mechanics for this game are very similar, if not identical, to the game mechanics from Asteroids. You have a little pod. You can go in any direction. You use the B button to thrust and then turn it and thrust. So basically you're moving your little Asteroids-like ship through a giant, space map, trying not to run into things, trying to blow up enemies, things like that. So it's going to feel a lot like Asteroids with the thrust and the multi-directional, space flight you can do. Your A button shoots just like in these multi-directional space shooters like Asteroids. So there are enemies you got to get by, you got to navigate, you got to blow things up. Your select button will apparently provide more powerful thrust or more powerful shots. In the pause mode, it selects the map, but only when you've acquired the mapping device, apparently. Select plus A is the optional weapon. Select plus B is the power thrust when you have your boosters. Start button is just your pause, so that's all you need to know. So you land on the alien planet, you emerge from the mothership in your jet pod ready to explore. It's sensitive to each planet's gravitational forces. That's a really neat thing about this game, but probably also the thing that makes this game known for its legendary difficulty. Every level has a different amount of gravity, which means it gets harder and harder to navigate your space pod because you get pulled down and pulled in different directions. So the idea of muscle memory when playing this game kind of goes out the window. You know how you play like Mario when you're little and then you pick it up 20 years later. Maybe it's just me. Pick it up 20 years later and it's amazing how you can still fly through that first level without ever stopping because you just have that muscle memory. Well, every level in this game changes the gravitational forces on your ship. So what you remember about thrusting and moving this space pod through the levels is different for every level. Some of them you have to dial it back and just tap that thrust, otherwise you'll go launching off the screen. Others have tremendous gravitational forces and you really have to mash the thruster just to stay where you are. So it's very difficult to navigate without crashing into things because each level has different gravitational forces. Additionally, you have fuel. Fuel, another layer of difficulty. You will run out of fuel. So there's a mothership that drops you off on the planet. While you're exploring the planet, there are fuel pods you can pick up. You will quickly run out of fuel, and you do have to manage your fuel consumption and your thrusters because you can't run out of fuel. You can, however, go back to the mothership and refuel. So a lot of this game is going to be like explore a little bit until you think you're out of fuel and then go back to the mothership. Then explore a little bit further and then go back to the mothership. See if you can find some fuel drums, go back to the mothership. See if you can find the parts to the golden warship, go back to the mothership. Once you're really confident that you can pick up all the parts and navigate and get back without running out of fuel, then you go for it. I think that's the strategy here. We're probably just going to go nuts and just go flying around like maniacs today because we only got, it's a short show. I want to show you some of this game, but that's why this game is known as a pretty hard one. You do have an infinite supply of bullets. That's good. You can even get more powerful weaponry when you get enough points. They're automatically re-energized every time you go to the mothership. You're more powerful weaponry. You have an unlimited amount of regular bullets, though. You do lose your upgrades whenever your jet pod gets destroyed. So you do have to recollect things throughout the way if you lose your lives. Solar Jetman still fights to the finish on his own when your jet pod is destroyed. That's a funny part of this thing. You can kind of see it in this little manual screenshot here. Is you kind of get 2 lives basically for each life. You're in the pod, you can take damage. Eventually the pod will take enough damage that it gets exploded. But you, the Solar Jetman, your little spaceman in your little spacesuit, you will get jettisoned from the space pod. And you can still fly around with a jetpack on your back and take more damage, although not very much more damage. If you can somehow get back to the mothership after losing the space pod, you get another jet pod. It's very hard to do because, like I said, when you're out there in space, just a man in a spacesuit floating around, you take one hit and you're pretty much dead. So you do get it's a little forgiving, I guess. Alien goods are scattered throughout each planet. Your tractor beam, you also have a tractor beam that activates when you're close enough to the booty. But beware, you must deactivate your shields to employ it. And your thrusting power is reduced. So in order to pick up stuff, you just kind of have to go near it, and the tractor beam will start to pull it up. But you're kind of a sitting duck when that happens. You can't really shoot, you can't really protect yourself, you can't really move until you attach whatever you're trying to pick up to your ship. And then you want to take it all the way back to the mothership for analysis. Some objects are valuable, some are very well guarded. You need to explore a lot to find the easier path back to the mothership. You need to collect every essential item on a planet. You will not be given the option to go to the next level from the mothership unless you've collected everything you need. So fortunately, you can't screw yourself over. It's not going to let you go to the next level until you've picked up every item you need to pick up on the surface of the planet. But it is trial and error, finding them all and figuring out what's important and what's not important. And then each planet has a missing piece of the golden warship. You need to pick it up. You need to get back to the mothership. You need to pick up all 12 on all 12 planets. And then I believe you can you get a choice. You go to the next world or not. And then eventually you go to the final level and, may luck be with you on your quest for the golden warship. You never know what surprises may be lurking ahead. Points get you additional weaponry and equipment from the old interstellar marketing company Trading Post. You'll find some aliens more vulnerable to certain weapons than others. So you got different types of weapons, more on that in just a minute, and different enemies on the surface of different planets are more susceptible to different weapons. So more trial and error, you just got to figure it out. So there's the game screen. You got your fuel indicator, your weapon indicator for your special weapons, your lives remaining, and of course your points accumulated. A few of the alien obstacles awaiting you: the Olympic cannon, the mega gravity planets, too strong to resist. Saucer Forcers, they're lethal. Double-barreled piston pumpers, I like those. Twice as baddies, pre-programmed for destruction. And of course your crystal snappers. The Jar of Doom awaits you. The Jar of Doom. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. And then there's a great password system, which is fantastic for this game. 12-digit code, so during the game, a tracked sequence using the select button. Press the start button, enter your password, and then you can pick up where you left off. I wonder what you have to do to get a password. I don't know if that's clear, but we're probably not going to have to save our games. And then, of course, the compliance with FCC regulations and your limited warranty. I really thought there was going to be some instructions about items, but I guess there's not. I guess we found out there are not. And that's the back cover, folks. So that's the game. Now, like I always say, we are going to be playing the original cartridge on the original hardware. I have tried to fire this one up a couple times. I understand it is somewhat finicky to get started. I haven't had any trouble once I do get it started, but occasionally it doesn't want to work with us and we got to clean it real quick. So if you are a G Club member, now is the time to spam the blow in it emote in the chat, because I'm going to hit that power button in just a minute and we're going to dive into the gameplay. Cheers, folks. All right, here we go. We ready? Let's do it. Got my controller here, and voila. Oh, it's close. It's close. I told you it was going to be like this. Oh, just a little nudge. Oh, there it goes. We almost had it. Oh no, it was so close. All right, I guess we're gonna have to do some cleaning. I don't think we're gonna have the same level of challenge that we had with some of our other games, like Tecmo Bowl. That one was rough. So is Predator. Remember Predator? We'll just give it a little wipe with the old rubbing alcohol. All right, cross your fingers, folks. Oh, it's close. There we go. I think we got a winner. Mitch is on it. Mitch is on it. You just got to blow in it. No, just kidding. Don't blow in your game cartridges. Use high-proof rubbing alcohol. Why? Because high-proof rubbing alcohol evaporates almost instantly. Your spit does not. Your spit will sit on the pins for the cartridge forever until they rot. Maybe not forever. There it is, the old Space Loonies. There he is, Jetman! I love Jetman. He might be the most underrated character in all of gaming. He reminds me of Roger Wilco from the Space Quest series, doesn't he? Doesn't he? I think he does. Alright, here we go. Let's start. Alright. The approaching planet, Preludon. Gravity 8, diameter 7, password. Did you guys get that? KBB, KBB, DBB, DBB. Press start to land. System 1, Xandor. Beautiful graphics, by the way. The music, top-notch. The graphics, fantastic. Cutscenes, I love it. There he is, Jetman getting into the pod. And now this is where Master G crashes and burns. Alright, so see how he's like, there's gravity pulling you down. You can thrust. You gotta play the gravity. See, it's like Asteroids, see? See, is this something I need to shoot, right? Like this guy's gonna... Alright. You gotta be careful here. Alright. Oh, crash. Okay. Crash. Alright, I'm gonna take this back to the mothership. Oh, it's so heavy. Dude! Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm out. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Alright, at least I found an item. Give me another jet pod. Wait, where do I go? Oh, I have to go on the top. Alright. Alright. What do you guys think of this game so far? I found a piece of something, but it was pretty heavy. I'm actually a little concerned I'm not going to be able to pick that thing up. Alright. Well, we didn't die, so that's good. Okay. Fail. Let's go back. See, this game's really hard. Everybody says that about this game. It's a great game, but it's unbelievably difficult. You just got to be real careful. So we can't take any shots. We can't take any bullets. I would like to get to a second planet, but I think my chances of actually beating level 1 are probably pretty slim. But we did find a part. I mean, I feel like this planet's pretty simple. Like, it's just like one thing you need to find. Alright, let's just go slowly. Okay. 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 Oh, it stays where I left it at least. That's good. Alright, 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 alright. Stabilize. Stabilize! Alright, I'm going for it. Almost. I think I got it, guys. It's swinging all over the place, but I think I got it. Whatever it is. It's heavy. It's like pulling me down. Alright, what is that? Your probes are now equipped with shields. Press down to activate. Oh, so I got a shield now. Okay. Alright, so that's handy. But what else? Alright, that's good news. That's good news I got a shield. Oh, this is the end. This is the end of the, Okay, so don't go that way. Let's see how far to the left we can go. Oh! Easy, easy. Easy. Something over here, maybe. Maybe a little passageway? No, not a passageway, just a dead end. Alright, I need to explore. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, where else could I go down here? Is there other places? Oh, over here. Okay, I guess I gotta go to over here then. Alright, 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 alright. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's kill this guy. Alright, let's not kill this guy. Alright, alright. Let's get this diamond thing. Man, like the controls are just so sensitive. Alright. There's some angry sphere chasing me. He's really angry that I stole this diamond. Storing crystal. Value 500. More crystals needed. Ooh. Ate it. Do I shoot these guys? What are these guys? Where did they come from? These angry spheres. Did I get them? I hope they don't respawn. What? They're like birds? They're like alien space birds. All right, I got him. Oh, I'm bouncing all over the place here. I want to go back over that way because I think there's more to do over here. But I can't. Ugh, I'm just. I lost it. I lost my control here. All right. Slow down. Slow down. Let's just drift. We just need to. Oh man. Oh no. Now I gotta get back. Now I gotta get back without getting hit by one of these. I'll tell you this, little Jetman is much easier to control than the space pod is. The space pod is real kind of tricky. Oh, I crashed into the well, the mothership, I guess. How many pods do we have? Like, how many pods can I destroy as Solar Jetman before the company gets angry? I've destroyed too many vessels. All right, maybe we'll go to the right or to the left this time. Nope. Slow down. All right, so there's nothing to the right. There's just this pit, which was the shield, and I lost it now because I died, remember? Once you die, you lose your power-ups. That's okay, I don't need it. I got this. Ooh, here's something. Wait, oh, that's a black hole. Never mind. That's bad, I guess. Okay, so I gotta go up. I gotta go back over here, and then I gotta go up. If I can survive this. I think I can. Alright, Solar Jetman, I think we know where we're going. I guess that like thing was a black... Oh, man, I always crash. Oh, yeah. Mish, I think this game is pretty decent. I do. I mean, I think it's hard. I know that it's hard, but I mean, it's not unwinnable. It's not. Like if I can muddle through a level and figure it out, it's just the controls. Like I said, with the gravity, because like every level has different gravity. So some levels you sink a lot faster. Other levels, you know, it's very hard to control your speed in this pod here. That's the hard part. But if you can control the ship, you know, I don't think it's that bad. But controlling the ship is what it's all about. Okay. What is that thing? That like bump. All right, I think we've explored this whole planet now. Okay, fuel. Well, I mean, do I care about fuel? No, I don't care about fuel. What am I trying to grab? Am I trying to grab something else? Oh, my first death. Okay, I gotta figure out what I'm trying to collect here. Oh, these guys just push you. Oh, that's annoying. There's got to be another item here for me to collect. Alright, I killed that thing. I think... Is it like a warp? Do I go into the black hole? Because it's like the gun is like protecting it, you know? Do I shoot it? I gotta stop crashing here. Can I kill anything? Can I kill that thing? Okay, now I'm just gonna get killed here. Alright, I can kill it. Alright, maybe I have to kill that and then I can go into this little warp? Is it a warp? Is that what it is? What do you suppose that is? I'm confused. I mean, I feel like I should go into it. See what happens. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It's not a thing, I guess. I don't know. Mysteries. mysteries to solve here. Oh no, I don't like these guys. These guys are gonna... These guys push me. They push me around. Alright. Alright, so there's that weird little bumpy thing on the rock. Maybe I need to explore the weird little bumpy thing. I'm gonna go back and explore that weird little bumpy thing, I guess. So this is Solar Jetman. What do I need to collect in order to finish this planet is my question. Man, I completely lost control there. Alright. It's hard, guys. It's hard. This game is a challenge. I mean, I feel like I'm getting it. I feel like I'm getting it, but not well. I'm no master. Yeah, I think this game is a good game to have in your collection because, well, for one, there's nothing else like it, right? Not on the NES. Not that I'm aware of, at least. It's just different, and that's what's neat about it, right? Like, it's unique. All right. Do I have to re-kill everything, or is it still dead from before? Oh, good. So it's still dead from before. That's nice. I mean, there's nothing for me to pick up over here. Like, there's this weird bump. This thing. Like, what's that weird bump? Oh, man. There's no more items for me to find. Death. I don't understand. Oh, you're gonna put me right next to that thing and he's just gonna blast me away? Is there something over here? No. No. Let me get the fuel pod. Maybe I just need to get this fuel pod and then we can go to the next planet. Ooh. Coming in hot, Master G. Coming in real hot. And then when you're like lugging something behind you, it changes like your controls so much too that it's hard to like... Alright, maybe we just needed fuel. Maybe that's it. Maybe we just bring the fuel back and then we can go to the next planet? Now find the ship part. Was it not appearing before until I collected all the items? Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to find the ship part and we are going to beat the first planet. Yeah, right. If I can not crash into the terrain. Alright, alright. If you were a ship part, where would you be? Because I'm pretty sure I've explored this whole planet. I don't think there's anything left for me to explore, except for this weird black hole thing. Warp zone? Oh, dang, it is a warp zone. Oh no, I didn't mean to go back. It just directed me in the wrong direction. Okay, okay. Dude, I'm gonna run out of fuel. All right. Yep, send me back cuz I got to refuel here. I got to get more of my fuel bar. All right. So that's where the ship part is. I got to go into that weird warp zone. Dodged a bullet there. Let's wait. Let's pause a little bit. It's finesse. This is a finesse game, which means I'm probably not going to be great at it. All right. We made it. We made it without taking any damage. Now let's just go into the little warp hole. Go into the little warp hole. No, don't put... Why does it always shoot me out the top? Don't send me back to the start. Oh, I hate you. I hate this. Okay, so what? Why wouldn't it direct me to the... Okay. That was smooth. That was smooth. Look at me go. Woo-hoo-hoo! That was smooth. All right, now I gotta figure this out. Cause I gotta go. Okay. What the heck? What the heck am I supposed to do here? It always spits me out the top. Tyrion TV. Good to see you in the chat, man. We've been well. We're playing this really unique and interesting but really difficult game on the NES called Solar Jetman. I'm getting the hang of it. I feel like we're so close to beating the first level. I can't figure out how this warp zone works because it keeps pointing me in the wrong direction and then it forces me... Oof. Oof. Easy. Easy. Easy, Master G. Easy, Master G. Alright, here we go. We got it. We got it. Slow it down. Alright, 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 alright. Okay. What's the trick for getting out of this? Because it always shoots you out the top and then you get sucked back in. Okay, I just gotta hustle, I guess. It gave me a shield somehow. This is the part, right? The part that I need. I just want to kill this thing. Okay. Is this the part that I need? What's this thing? What? Okay, what do I gotta do here? Why doesn't my tractor beam working? Very confused. I'm very confused. Well, I'm glad you guys in the chat are doing well. That's good to hear. Solar Jetman is struggling though. Solar Jetman has no idea how he's supposed to pick up these items. All right, maybe select. Hold on. Okay. What is this? I mean, how do I pick it up? And what is this? What is this blinky X? Or circle thing? Do I just like hover on it for a while? Guys, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Oh, man. Tyrion, what game are you playing next weekend? You just said a horror? Because that stream you did of, what was that game that I was there for? I remember it, but I don't remember the name. That was pretty sweet. If you're still there, tell us the game you're playing. Adrian Wayne, good to see you. I didn't realize you were here. You never played this game either? I've never played this game, and it's in my collection, but I'm glad I did because this game is good. I mean, it's well put together. The graphics are good, the sound's good, the puzzles are good, the levels are good, the difficulty is real, but like it's doable. I just don't have a clue what I'm supposed to do to get this piece back. Apparently, I don't have what I need. Like there's got to be something that I need to collect that I don't have. Or this does something. I mean, I don't know what this thing's supposed to do, but we're almost out of time for our gameplay segment. We got to get to the bar trivia challenge in a minute. Get some of that bar trivia going, Solar Jetman style. All right, well, I'm clueless, so I'm going back. Oh, I can't go back. Oh, so I'm trapped in here. So I'm just trapped. You're not even going to let me go back into the hole? Back into the black hole? Is it because of the shield? Do I have to get rid of the shield? How did I get the... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it was the shield. The shield was screwing me over. Oh, God. This thing is heavy. I found a piece! We did it! Yes! Alright. I found a piece of the golden warship. Let's see if we can get back to the mothership and go to the next planet. And then we're done. I'm just gonna prove that ooh, a cyber zone, a bonus level. Collect 10 gems. I didn't realize there were bonus levels in this game. The manual said nothing about bonus levels. Okay, this game's top notch. It belongs in everyone's NES collection. Okay, but Master G's not good at this. You only have 10 seconds? Alright, well I got 3. That's good, right? 3. The Federation of Space Loonies. 3 gems. That's pretty bad. Oh. Are we good though? We can go. We can go to the next planet. We got all the stuff, right? Let's get on out of here. Boom. Alright, level 1 beaten. I assume they're going to get harder than that, and that was pretty hard, but it was pretty enjoyable. Do I have to control this, or is this just... Oh, no, this is a cutscene. This is a cutscene, guys. Sweet. Let's do it. I'm going to let it play out. I want to see what happens. Boom! Little warp zone. Oh, it's the shop, the Interstellar Marketing Company. I could get time bombs. I could get homing missiles. Let's buy a homing missile. A titanium bullet pack. Yes, please. Efficient engines would be nice. The mapping device. Oh, dang it. I should have bought the mapping device. Alright, planet number 2, Mexomorph. Gravity 24? It's 3 times the gravity of the last one. The password, did you get that? GNBTGKBBKMGB. Press start to land. Someone write it down, you can skip ahead. Ooh, a different cutscene. There's 12 of these planets, with parts hidden on them that you gotta find. Explore or equip pod. Now let's explore. Let's just get out there, get a feel for planet number 2, and then we'll do bar trivia, shall we? It's got different music too. Different music for all the planets. Sel, good to see you. We're just about ready to do bar trivia. Alright, so it looks like the planets are mostly the same, but this one has a much higher gravity, which is why I'm not going anywhere. Apparently, you need to get an engine boost for level 2, so make sure you buy the engine boost, because this is going to take all day for me to fly this back to the mothership. Because of the gravitational forces on this planet. They're exceptionally high. Alright, let's go over here. Oh no. See, even when you learn the game, because every level has a different gravitational force, you have to like relearn how to fly your spaceship, which is just crazy. But all in all, Solar Jetman for the NES. I am so glad I played this game. I had no idea how great this game is. I imagine many of you don't either. You gotta get yourself a copy of this game. It is not a rare game. It is not an expensive game. You can definitely find the manual, the cartridge, probably for under 20 bucks. for both? I mean, I would think. From what I remember from collecting, this isn't a hard game to find and it's not particularly expensive. So if you like NES games and you want to start your collection, you won't be disappointed with a copy of Solar Jetman. It's challenging, it's fun, it's interesting, it's unique. There's nothing else like it. You should play it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our gameplay segment. But you guys know how we do here on the show. We close every single episode with a very special bar trivia challenge, and today is no exception, folks. I'm going to turn the cloud bot off. I'm going to go back and bring up my trivia show, and we're going to get right to it. You guys, you trivia fans, just in time, man. I'm glad we got a good turnout today. This, of course, is the Bar Trivia Challenge Solar Jetman edition here on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. If you've never played before, this is how it works. Every single episode we do here ends with a Bar Trivia Challenge. I play the game show host. I've got 5 multiple choice questions that are in some way connected to the game we feature on the show. Today's game, Solar Jetman. A, B, C, D are your choices. From now on, the chat appears above me, so anything you type will be visible. Shout out your answers, A, B, C, or D. See if you can go 5 for 5. It's pretty hard to do. I usually make my Bar Trivia Challenges pretty hard. Now, I will tell you this. Of all the Bar Trivia Challenges this week, I consider this one my weakest. It doesn't mean it's a bad one. It was just hard. This was the hardest game this week for me to find bar trivia material for. So at least the game was good. The cocktail was absolutely delicious. And without further ado, let's get to that bar trivia, shall we? Question number 1, your warm-up question. Good old-fashioned game question. Solar Jetman for the NES features multi-directional shooter gameplay mechanics, a genre first made popular by which of the following classic arcade games? If you were watching the whole show, you probably heard me tell the answer to this one. Is the answer A, Defender? That's a game we're going to play, not in Season 6, but it was ported to NES. Is it B, Tempest? Is it C, Space Invaders, all-time classic? Or D, Asteroids? Those are your choices. Solar Jetman for the NES, multi-directional shooter gameplay mechanics, a genre first made popular by one of these games. Which one is it? You have 10 seconds. I'll start the clock now. Looks like we got a few players today. Tier and TV's going C, Space Invaders. Cell, you're going with D, Asteroids, I see. Adrian going with D. Do we have 4 contestants today? I don't think we've ever had 4 contestants for bar trivia. You guys are fantastic. Oh my goodness, is that 5 contestants? All right, C, D, 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 and Thomas going with B, Tempest. The correct answer is Asteroids. And if you're wondering about Asteroids, I actually received Asteroids from VideoGamesMonthly.com in our monthly mystery subscription box. And we did play Asteroids with the original Atari joystick on one of our Mystery Box Madness series. So that's another show we do here on the channel. We do a mystery unboxings. We play the games, all retro video games. Check it out, Asteroids. Asteroids was one of my favorites as a kid. I loved Asteroids for the Atari and played it nonstop, and I really enjoyed playing it on the show. This game and the multi-directional shooter mechanics from this game, that came from Asteroids, believe it or not. In like 1980, I think, they came up with that idea and designed the code and the mechanics for a multi-directional space shooter with thrust and fire and everything, instead of like, you know, games like Galaga that are just left to right, or Space Invaders, which just, you know, you're stationary and you're just shooting as things come down. Asteroids invented this genre, or at least made it wildly popular. So that's what this game was based on, at least the mechanics. And what a good one it was. I am really glad to have discovered this one. All right, that was your first question. You ready for question number 2? It's this. Solar Jetman is actually the 3rd game in the Jetman series, made popular in the 80s. The question is this, though. Both previous installments, Jetpack and Lunar Jetman, were originally made for which of the following consoles? This one's going to get a little harder, but I do remember I mentioned it. I mentioned it early on in the show if you were watching the whole episode. Which console launched the Jetpack franchise with the first 2 installments, Jetpack and Lunar Jetman? Was it A, the Intellivision? Was it B, the ZX Spectrum? Was it C, the Atari 2600? Or D, the Commodore 64? I think most of our target demographic is way too young to have ever played any games on any four of these consoles. Which one of them is responsible for this wonderful franchise that not many people know about? I'll start the clock. You have 10 seconds. Get me those guesses in the chat now. Kieran's going C, the Atari 2600. Thomas, the ZX Spectrum. Adrian. Adrian's going with Atari as well. Sel, Mitch, going D, Commodore 64 with the keyboard. That lovely little computing device. I'm partial to the Intellivision because I like the weird controllers that are like phone keypads with dials on them. Mitch is going C, Atari. We got some Atari fans in the crowd. It would make sense. But the correct answer is B. Thomas, you are correct. Were you guessing or did you know that? ZX Spectrum was the system in the 80s that was responsible for the Jetpack and Lunar Jetman games. Look it up. If you're too young to remember this console, that's totally fine because, you know, not many people tuning into my show are in their 50s. And I think you'd have to be in your 50s to like really play these games. Now, I played the Atari, but I was like 6 years old when I played the Atari 2600, and I got it from my dad and from my uncle who bought it when they were like gamers. You know what I mean? So it was like an inherited console for me. But the ZX Spectrum, look it up. It's a fun little device. It's really interesting. I believe they like the game cartridges were like cassette tapes almost. I think that's the ZX Spectrum. But I always remember like the graphics were really neat. Like all the colors are like bright neon green, neon red, neon blue. The games are really memorable. Like when you see a game and it's like all these neon colors, it's probably a ZX Spectrum game. So that was the console that brought us the Jetman franchise. It took until the third installment for it to come to the NES, but I am glad it did. All right, we're going to take you away from the game because I like to mix things up with bar trivia. It's a true bar trivia challenge. You got to know your science, your history, your math, your literature, your pop culture references. The next question is going to be a bit of a science one. It's this. The planet Mercury is the smallest in our solar system. But which planet is the second smallest? Do you know? Is it A, Neptune? Is it B, Mars? Is it C, planet Earth? Or is it D, Saturn? What do you guys think? Planet Mercury is the smallest one in our solar system, but the question is, which planet is the second smallest? You have 10 seconds. See, this is one I think our younger demographics would get because they probably teach you this in school. Once you get out of school, you probably never hear about planets again, right? So we got 2 B's for Mars. Adrian's going D, Saturn. Thomas says definitely not Saturn. Mitch is going C, Earth. Interesting. We got a good mix today. You were waiting on Pluto. I wasn't going to give you Pluto. I thought about that. I was like, should I throw Pluto in? No, because then everyone will argue about whether or not Pluto's an actual planet. Thomas also going C, Earth. All right. I believe we have all of our guesses in. The correct answer is B, Mars. Yes, that's right. Mars is the second smallest planet in our solar system. It is smaller than Earth. It is smaller than Neptune. It is smaller than Saturn. Of the 4 on this list, I believe Saturn is the largest, then Neptune, then Earth, then Mars, if you're wondering. But no, Mars is actually the second smallest planet in our very own solar system. And, one day maybe we'll be there. Maybe one day. I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say this for history's sake, because another part of me doing an episode of the NES Happy Hour for every single game in the NES library is to record a history of these games with the gameplay, with the manual, with the box art, and with some fun trivia. My hope is that 100 years in the future, these videos will still be up on YouTube. And you folks in the future, if you're watching this now, 100 years from now, the year today is 2021. So if you're joining us in the year 2100, let us know. Are you in Mars? Drop us a comment. Are you watching an episode of the NES Happy Hour from your living room on the planet Mars? We'll find out. I might not be alive, but hopefully these videos will live on forever. All right, question number 4 is this. You ready? Which of the following planets, another planet question. I told you this game was hard to get material for. Which of the following planets in our solar system is the only one in this list with no rings around it? We're all familiar. Some planets have rings around them. I'm going to give you 4 planets. 3 of them have rings around them. Which one does not have rings around it? Is that planet A, Venus? Is that planet B, Jupiter? Is that planet C, Saturn? Or is that planet D, Uranus? It would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I'll start the clock now so you can get your guesses in the chat, and then I'll muse about our future humans watching these episodes from their living rooms in Mars. Believe it or not, 3 of these planets do have rings around them. Only 1 does not. We've got some good guesses. We got 2 B's. We got 2 A's. Cell is also going with A, Venus. Well, you guys are pretty good. The correct answer actually is A, Venus. Jupiter does have a ring or 2 around it. Now, they're very thin and light, and Uranus also has rings around it. If I'm not mistaken, the weird thing about Uranus's rings is that they're not horizontal. They're going vertical, if I'm not mistaken, or much closer to vertical than to horizontal. That was always the odd thing about Uranus's rings. And Saturn's rings, obviously, memorable. Everybody knows Saturn has rings. Not many people know Jupiter has rings. It does. True story. Venus, though, does not have rings. Something about those planets that are further out in the solar system. They formed earlier on. They're much bigger. They collected a lot more material than those inner planets did. And that's why all the outer planets have rings, even if some of them have smaller rings. So now you know. A little bit of a lesson. A little bit of a solar system lesson for you all. You'll go away from the NES Happy Hour learning something every time, I'm sure. All right, guys. Question number 5. I always save my favorite one for last. I can't remember if I did that today. All I remember is that I had trouble coming up with 5 good questions. Oh, question number 5. Yeah, this was a fun one. This was a fun one. Question number 5 is this. Which of the following popular games for the Nintendo 64 features Jetpack? The original game from the Jetman series as a playable minigame. That's right. One game from the N64 actually featured the original Jetpack as a playable minigame. Which N64 game was that? Is Jetpack featured in GoldenEye 007? Is it featured in Star Fox 64? Is it featured in Paper Mario? Or is it featured in Donkey Kong 64? Some of you remember the N64. That might be your favorite retro gaming console. I'm sure you've played all 4 of these games if you're a big N64 fan. Do you know which one of these games actually features Jetpack from the Jetman series as a playable minigame? I will give you one hint for those gamers out there. As I remember, it is a requirement to beat the game. Meaning, there is a point in this game where you must play this minigame. You must beat an objective to earn some sort of thing, item, that you are required to have to advance in the game. So you can't play through the game without playing Jetpack. Which game are we talking about? You have 10 seconds. I'll start the clock now. Ah, yes. We got some guesses. B, Star Fox, good shooter game. Good 3D shooter game for the N64. Are we unanimous? Do we have 5 guesses for B? All 5 of our live contestants going with B today. Star Fox 64. Oh, Mitch. Mitch didn't get a guess in. That's right. Mitch didn't get a guess in. Oh, you tricked me. Some of you guessed twice. Well, Mitch, you are correct. Star Fox 64 was the distraction. I was trying to trick you because I thought you'd all think, oh, that's the game that's a space shooter, so it must be the one that features jetpack. But believe it or not, Mitch, you are correct. Donkey Kong 64 features jetpack, the original game from the Jetman series as a playable minigame. I forget the details, but I'm pretty sure you have to play it throughout the course of the level or whatever, because you have to earn some coin or something for beating it that you need in order to advance. Donkey Kong 64, probably the only game to pay homage to this wonderful, underrated, underappreciated, and not so well-known franchise, the the Jetman franchise. Sorry, Donkey Kong 64. How'd you guys do? Did anybody go 5 for 5? That was our bar trivia challenge. 5 questions up, 5 questions down. You guys are wonderful, man. What a great turnout today for the bar trivia challenge. I'm psyched. I'm like next level psyched. I hope one day we have a ton of people playing these bar trivia challenges. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great when that day comes. You guys are great. Give yourselves a round of applause, will ya? Thank you for tuning in. Fantastic. All right, we'll see you later, Tyrion TV. Thanks for participating. Thanks for stopping by. Well done, Mitch. 3 for 5's pretty good. Like I said, guys, I think it's only been done like 5 or 6 times maybe that any contestant has ever gone 5 for 5. I do try to make the questions pretty hard because that's part of the fun of it. I want it to mean something if you go 5 for 5. I want you to be proud of yourselves and come back thirsting for more. So 3 for 5 is top notch. I would say 2 for 5 is pretty good. I would say on average, one out of 5 is usually safe. Because as you'll see later in this week, I take the bar trivia questions in all different directions. They're not always about the game. Sometimes they're about a lot of different things. And, they get pretty challenging. But you guys did well. You were good sports. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode. I really hope you enjoyed the game Solar Jetman. I mean, like I said, I think this is a fantastic game. I never really played it before. I never really knew much about it, but I'm glad I did. And it's definitely one I'm going to tell everyone about. Like, have you heard of Solar Jetman? Well, if not, you got to pick up a copy if you find it. It's a great game. It promises tons of hours of gameplay and enjoyment, and a difficulty level that will keep you coming back for more. It's not unfair. It's one of those games that's just the right amount of hard, but not completely unfair with its difficulty level. All right, if you like what we do, stop right now, hit the subscribe button. Subscribing is completely free. If you stuck around for this long, you owe it to yourself to become a subscriber. You guys, if you can, tune in live. You totally should. Now, I know we got a big global audience, and I know some of you are watching this after the fact, and I know it's probably like in the morning, middle of the morning, like 3 a.m. when we air these episodes, but for those of you who are not overseas, who are in the U.S., I would strongly encourage you to try to tune in live. As you saw, you get to participate. This is a live unscripted show. It's unedited. These videos go right up on the YouTube channel exactly as they air. If you tune in live, you do not have to endure commercials. I turn the monetization off for our live viewers, and you get to participate by playing the Bar Trivia Challenge and perhaps having a nice, delicious cocktail along with me on the show. We are going to be back tomorrow. Same time? Ooh, not same time. I just remembered. I have some work meetings that are going to keep me occupied right up until 5 Eastern. So we're going to start tomorrow's episode at 5:30 Eastern time to give me a little bit of a break in between my work so I can get set up. We are going to be playing a pretty fantastic game tomorrow. You guys probably all know and love. Whether or not it was a great port to the NES is another question. We're going to be playing a game called Rampage on tomorrow's episode of the NES Happy Hour. So you're not going to want to miss it. It's a classic arcade game that involves you controlling giant monsters and smashing and bashing everything in sight. And that's pretty much the gist of it. There's nothing more to the game than that. Run around cities, destroy them, eat the people, blow everything up, and go to the next city and repeat. So that's what we're going to be playing tomorrow. We have a couple more fantastic cocktail recipes for you to try, and of course a wonderful bar trivia challenge at the end. You're not going to want to miss it, but for now, I got to go. So have a great night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Cheers.